Hey everyone, welcome back. We are here tonight with another Secret Wars matchup. We are getting further into this event. This is a top 8 matchup between Kurtis on his Inhumans and Zach on his Brotherhood Hellfire list. Should be a good matchup. With me tonight, I've got Quinn. How you doing, man?
Doing pretty well. Good evening. How are you doing?
Good. We've it's been active today with these top 8 matches. There were a couple earlier, and so this is the third one today, and then the final top 8 matches in the morning tomorrow. So they're all kind of bunched up in the week, which is kind of funny.
Yeah, I didn't. Usually, I try to watch them. I haven't seen any of this round, so I'm gonna have to catch up on the on-demand videos.
Yeah, normally they're a little bit more spread out, but I mean, of course, this is the top 8, so there's getting fewer and
Yeah.
fewer matches. Next week will be the same. Actually, I think next week is like an off week for the holiday. I think there maybe someone will play matches, but technically, I think everyone has 2 weeks to get through the next round before the finals.
Yeah, that makes sense. That's exciting, man. First finals of this new kind of qualifier system. It's very fun.
Yeah, this is definitely like the most ambitious, lengthy sort of thing that like a TTS league or any online event has tried to do that I know of. So it's been pretty exciting, and the matches have been really good for the most part. Some crazy swingy games back and forth that you really didn't know how they were going to go until the end. So it's been a lot of fun. I mean, these are the top 64 players from all the events all throughout the year, so you would expect to see some really good matches, and that's what we've gotten so far.
And I should probably know this, but are they using the new rules, or is that or since it's so late, are they pushing that just until the next whatever series? As far
No,
as like
so
priority and stuff.
yeah, so this since this event started before Mini Strav and all of the we didn't know any of the rules or anything. It was decided that everything would stay in place. So this is list locked and rules locked to prior to everything that came out
Yeah,
this
that makes
weekend.
including character buffs.
Yep.
Yeah, that makes sense. I mean, given how long of a sequence this has been, not to throw a curveball in the last 2 weeks or whatever it is.
Yeah, so I think that's why it's taken a little longer to set up because Carl, as amazing as he always is, he's already gotten like all of these updates into the mod for like how the crisis system works and everything. So they were kind of working through getting the crisis selection done. It looks like Zach won Prio, I think,
Yeah,
and
yeah, that's what it looks like.
looks like we pulled Imkron and Inhuman Weapons.
All right, so we're as the Brotherhood side, you're probably happy that you won the first gamble, which is not picking a civilian.
Mm-hmm.
Not that that's a deal breaker, but it's like one less thing that you have to try to dig out of.
Yeah, for sure. Just not having to worry about those two potential VPs from Terrigenesis is pretty strong. Man, I think Kurtis has gotten Imkron every single round of this tournament, if I'm not mistaken, which is kind of funny.
Yeah, I don't mind it as much as some people do, but I'm also excited just for situations like that with the new system, where even if you don't like hate it or if it's your worst, just like to be able to say I've played this the last X number of games, I want to play something different. That's a nice side perk of the new draw system.
Yeah, definitely. I don't think Kurtis minds it so much. Like he's the one running it in his.
Yeah,
I
right.
think he has it in his list. Yeah. Oh well, right, because I'm sure these are his secures. But yeah, it's just kind of funny. I mean, we've been seeing Imkron all over the place in a lot of these matches, but
Yeah, it's I haven't looked at the overall stats in a while, but I know at the last several big events that's been the most taken secure. I think everybody thinks they're good on it.
yeah. And I think Inhumans are probably one of the better teams on it. It's good ranges for him and everything. But yeah, it will be cool with the new crisis system to get a little more variety in the things that we're going to start seeing on the board.
Yeah, it was pretty exciting and unexpected. They've never just dropped like 2 new crises before, right? I mean, at least going back until the days where they used to come packaged with characters. I did not expect a little drop in the bucket, which is pretty neat.
Yeah, no, I was a little surprised that they were Challenger legal right away because, I mean, last year they revealed 2 crises that were going to come in the War of Kings pack, but those ones ended up never being Challenger legal. They were just kind of revealed for fun. So,
yeah, it's pretty cool.
have you had a chance to play on either of them yet?
No, I've played twice only since the new rules. So I've played with the new rules, but I didn't. I did throw them both in my list just to practice, but neither of them have come up yet.
Gotcha.
But I'm optimistic. They seem neat.
Yeah, I mean, it's always neat to learn like new play patterns and everything, but they are very unique. I haven't played the Secure, but I played the Extract for the first time last night, coincidentally on Imcron, and it led to some funny interactions that I hadn't really thought about ahead of time.
Sure. All right, and here we go.
Yep, we got some squads activating here. Quinn, you want to let us know what they got?
Yeah, so we only have the Inhuman side yet. They might be staggering it on purpose because sometimes it junks up the TTS system. But Kurtis is playing Black Bolt as expected, and then an affiliated Lockjaw and Gorgon, and then he's playing 2 splashes with Namor and Toad. Oh, and it looks like we got the other side dropping as well. Going from high threat to low, we've got Juggernaut, Emma Frost, Sunspot, Mystique, and Toad, and he does have the Hellfire Club leadership card, so it looks like it'll be a Hellfire Club game.
All right, cool. Well, this will be the first time we'll see a Hellfire Club game this event then, because I do believe he's gone Brotherhood the first 3 weeks.
Oh, I'm wondering if he just has a visual glitch or something. It looks like he's deleting some card trays.
Yeah,
sometimes for the second player they get those stretched cards. I kind of makes sense, right? Because Mystique's leadership, the token part doesn't work on a pay to flip, so you're losing value there. Mm-hmm. So it's not entirely shocking to not want to play it on this Secure.
Yeah, no, I mean I like the call for sure. I'm excited to see it. It's also just funny. It kind of adds to the lore of this match, right? Like these are two previous TTS League winners, which is a cool matchup. And now Zach is playing the affiliation that Kurtis just like dominated with for like a year straight, right?
Yeah, that is pretty interesting.
And yes, Nate, they are playing old Emma.
Okay, that was going to be a I said we're playing old Emma, so it's kind of a relic in that regard as well already.
Yeah.
But that's cool. I think a lot of people watching this or that will watch this probably haven't seen a Hellfire Club game in a hot minute, so it's fun to see something different, especially in the hands of obviously a talented player.
Yeah, I'm very excited to see this now. Though we can't force Waylon to watch another Avalanche game, so that is the downside.
Man, I haven't seen a Sunspot in a hot minute either. I've actually played against Hellfire Club a little bit. One of my friends runs them, but I haven't seen Sunspot in a while.
Yeah, he's a pretty maligned character by a decent amount of the community from like what I've seen. I haven't seen too much of him either. I think I put him on the board once or twice back when he was revealed, and like, I think he's got some cool stuff. There's definitely some cool play patterns that you can do with him.
He might like the collision changes now that he can drop, because he pays like flare tokens for the size of the terrain or something like that, right? So now he's got a little bit more, a little bit better throw economy, but that's not relevant to this game.
Yeah. We're talking about things that don't matter right now. Deaton in the chat, he's a known massive Sunspot fan. All right, these players are still getting deployed out here. So far, we've got Toad up top. on the north side for Hellfire, and we've got Jugs down south. And then on the Inhuman side, we're looking at Toad up north as well, basically mirrored, and a Namor down south.
Yeah, it's as much as you like to see not a civilian, it can be spooky to have all center line extracts against Inhumans who can put so much pressure on round one. So it'll be interesting to see who's going where and how they take some hits.
Yep, we'll see if Kurtis gets really aggressive early on with that Great Refuge. I've seen him use it aggressively and save it for later rounds, so we'll see what happens this time. The counter deployments by Kurtis are making a lot of sense, like Namor being across from Jugs, Namor ignoring Jugs DR, things like that. So, I mean, these are all basic things, but...
Yep.
He does have Lockjaw, so he'll be able to do the double port up on Bolt if he chooses to Great Refuge round one, so he can get really far up in there.
Yeah, and it's can be spooky, right? Namor, depending on how he wants to spread the power around, you can Great Refuge up. Namor can potentially charge from deployment and double tap someone that's right in front of him. I'm not super familiar with Hellfire Club openings here. I don't know if they do any shenanigans. Nothing that comes to mind anyway. But obviously Juggernaut can take a punch and Toad can sit back a little bit. Mm-hmm. He doesn't have too much cover on that side, but he might be able to stand on that vendor shop if given the opportunity, if that's within range too.
Yeah, probably. Some of the terrain a little hard to see on this map just because of the coloring, but like that north... Inhuman weapon is also sitting on a size 2 piece of terrain.
Oh yeah, I'm glad you said that because I didn't notice. Yeah, a little generator.
Alright, well we are underway here, and it does look like Brotherhood started with a Toad grabbing a Northern Extract, and Inhumans are going to respond doing the exact same thing with the further Northern Extract. I think they're probably going to play a little bit of chicken down on the bottom.
Yeah, and you probably feel okay with Toad if he does take a punch. He's a slippery away from completely blocking line of sight with that big size 4, so that's cool if he can survive one punch.
Yeah. I would like to see Juggernaut grab this close Inhuman weapon and kind of stand as close to that Imkron as he can, and it might make it a little awkward for Namor to grab that bottom one and attack Jugs.
Yeah, it looks like that's what he's doing.
Yeah, it's been a while since I've seen Hellfire too, and let me tell you, I don't miss the glory days of Hellfire. It was infuriating to try to kill anything on this team.
Yeah, I think we've all been bad touched by that, and maybe we will be again if they get a suite of buffs moving forward. They got a pretty nice one with Emma. I think she's pretty. I think they did a great job.
Yeah.
And we know Sinister's in the works, and maybe a few others. Psylocke, is she affiliated? I don't remember.
I guess I don't know off the top of my head. So Jugs was able to pick up that weapon and flip that Imkron point since he gets the power from walking. Pretty cool. And yeah, Kurtis was measuring some movements towards Juggernaut with Namor, and it looked like he was going to have a hard time grabbing the bottom extract and being aggressive there. So now he's eyeing up potentially grabbing it with Gorgon.
Yeah, if he can, that'd be good. You hate to lose the tempo of Namor walking, picking up, and walking again.
Yeah, because it does look like where Jugs is standing, he can probably just walk to the front of the Imkron and hit him from there.
Yeah, for sure. And again, if he wants to pass him a juice, charging and hitting him twice ain't so bad either.
Yeah, absolutely. And notable with Namor's Surf, if he wants to wait till like later in the round to do that, he can try to flip the point first if he doesn't charge, and then surf off the hit to try to snake that point with last activation if he can find a landing spot.
You gotta love those 50-50s with the Namor last activation. Just flipping some coins and making some big swings sometimes.
Yep. Yeah, Namor is pretty good on Imkron sometimes.
So is Jugs. They both have the potential to use last activation or late activation to really do some damage on the Secures.
That's true. Jugs gets around. But we did see Gorgon ultimately go down and pick up that extract so that Zach can't just go down there and grab that with Emma. Don't want to let him.
And that is a size 3. It's kind of a small thing, but it is a size 3, so he's, Emma has no... Wait, is he? Yeah, he's only size 2. So he's safe from Emma, like, walking and blasting him.
Yeah, should be. All right, we see Sunspot moving up to that northern Imkron for Zach. And so Sunspot gets a flare token every time he does any sort of move. Is that correct?
That's right. Anytime he ends a movement, whether it's friendly or forced or whatever, crises, doesn't matter.
All right, so he's going to double move, climb up there, get his 2 tokens, and flip that Imkron and set up for the next round.
Yeah. Sunspot, kind of the original Phoenix, in that when he dies, you can make him explode. So that's fun.
Is he better than Phoenix for 2 threat less?
Oh, probably.
I've now seen him on the table more than I've seen Phoenix on the table. So
that's super true. Oh no. Love to see him on the table more. Great sculpt. One of the better sculpts that doesn't get played. Although that's true for both of them, I guess.
Yeah. All right. So this is a Lockjaw activation, right? He just teleported Black Bolt.
Yep.
All right. So Lockjaw teleports Black Bolt to that southern Imkron, and he's going to walk up to the northern one himself. So at the moment, does not have anyone by him for round 2 extra power, but of course that can change.
Yeah, as it stands, obviously very attrition soft on the north half of the board for Kurtis, but like you said, they can move around pretty well.
Nate wants to know why Sunspot is flying, but doesn't have flight, and I want to point out that he's not flying. The force of that fire is just pushing him into the air for a moment.
And he better stay up because he's also not incinerate immune, and that fire's getting a little close to his toes.
It's a very good point. All right, we see Zach getting aggressive with Mystique here, which I think is cool. He's going to double walk up to that northern Imkron on Kurtis' side, and he sets himself in 3 of Toad, and he's going to try to snake this point. He does not, though. Rolls a blank.
Makes sense to try.
Yeah, I don't think he's worried about anyone going after Mystique at this point right there. So
yeah, and if he gets the chance, obviously she's about as good as it gets at trying to hunt down a Toad who can't run away.
Yeah, because she has shapeshifter, so he can't slippery or do anything like that. Okay, I believe this is Black Bolt activating and shooting into Juggernaut. Good hit coming in. He's got a crit and 2 wilds first. Crit doesn't convert, but he's got a reroll. So 4 coming in on Juggernaut. He reduces and takes 3. And Kurtis didn't like that so much that he disconnected from the game.
Yeah.
Bear with us.
Not that you love to take 3 with Juggernaut, and you're going to take more here, I assume. but at least you're kind of in your head taking one less because you still have the leadership in your back pocket.
Right.
But taking another 3 here puts Juggernaut in a little bit of a spooky place.
Yeah, it is a little scary, right? Because, he can leadership to heal one, but he's going to be able to pass power to Namor for a charge, and Namor ignores the DR. So if you're losing over half of your health pool to a model that doesn't ignore DR, you're not feeling too good.
Right. Yeah, and I know they're a little off center, but I'm assuming Namor can get there with just a charge to hit him twice if he needs to.
He should be able to, yeah. Because if you deploy a Namor, a long-moving medium baser in between the inhuman weapons, he should be able to charge or single move to be in range 2 of anyone that picks up either of them.
Sure. And no like fallback or anything like that to help him out if he does get in a tough spot. I guess we didn't talk about what cards they brought, but you can see him on the stream review if you're watching.
Yeah, Zach has Recal Patch Up, Do You Know Who I Am, the Hellfire Club Leadership, and Stolen Identity. Patch Up relevant, obviously, but there's not going to be anyone with power to use it immediately here before Namor can activate.
Yeah, you almost maybe wish you had a couple models off points to use the leadership and give Emma some power and then let her patch up Juggernaut. But we'll see what happens.
That would be really funny if that were possible.
And Kurtis is back.
Yep.
Or you just hope that, maybe you're okay with the trade. Juggernaut's going to go down, and there's not really much you can do about it. But if you're in a good position to really hurt that Toad and or Lockjaw, maybe you hope to just trade positively and rotate. Obviously not right away, but as we go into round 2 and 3.
Yeah. Kurtis is disconnected again. It's not great. Yeah, no, Kurtis was definitely not able to see the tokens after reconnecting, which is a common thing with TTS. So they were marking them off of the actual Mcrons, but Kurtis just disconnected again in the middle of doing that.
That's not good.
Deaton says Sunspot's going to get 2 leadership triggers here and then set fire to a dog or a frog, which is probably pretty likely.
Seems about right.
So, I gotta read this card. So he can spend his flare tokens to add 1 die to the attack roll for each flare spin. So basically he could spend 3 tokens and make like his spender a 10 dice spender. If he spends at least 1 flare token, they gain Incinerate after the attack automatically. Okay.
That's not so bad, yeah. And I can throw size equal to the number of tokens he has, which is cool in a pinch.
And his sunburn, which is basically a charge, becomes a long advance when he has 3 tokens, so he'll be able to do that.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah, this character's cool. I'd like to start seeing him around more if some of these changes help him out.
Yeah, I know, like you said, some people seem to really have a weird dislike for him, like weirdly strong dislike for him. I haven't seen him on the table enough to really have an opinion, but he's at least kind of cool.
Looks like Zach says Kurtis is rebooting real quick to hopefully alleviate the issue.
Perfect time for listener questions. There's 12 people here.
Yeah. I haven't finished it yet, but I started listening to today's episode of The Danger Room where Deaton and Mike interview AMG on some of the new changes, and it's pretty good so far. Have you had a chance to listen to it?
I've only listened to the first maybe 15 minutes or so, and I'm looking forward to keeping it going. It's cool because they're with Will Pagani, and the other gentleman's name is escaping me, but not Will Schick. It's interesting to hear. It's interesting to hear them speak. Will Pagani in particular says a lot of the same things, which has a very different. Ben Ransom, thank you. Just kind of has a different tone and way that he speaks and a different perspective on some things, and I really enjoy it. And obviously Ben does too, given his position. So I'm looking forward to. I think all of us had one or two at least characters from the last pass that got a little HP or something, and that we didn't expect. And I think we kind of get the gist of some of it. Mm-hmm. They've talked about general kind of increasing time to kill, but I'm really excited to listen to those two break it down in a longer form kind of medium.
Yeah, same. And it's cool that they're on there talking about everything. And then Will Schick was in the fan server yesterday answering questions from a lot of people. So they're being pretty transparent about a lot of this stuff, which I really enjoy.
Yeah, and he was on Fury's Finest had an interview come out today as well, or late last night, one of the two, and I haven't listened to that one yet either.
Oh, I haven't either. I'll have to download that.
Is green an acceptable beer color for a sour? Sweepy says. Sweepy, sours can be... Oh, all right, we're resetting the board here. Yes, it is, though, Sweepy. One of my... there's a sour I like quite a bit that's themed after the, 90s high C ecto cooler, and it's great. Sours can be any color.
Especially if it's cool. St. Paddy's Day, right?
Yeah, absolutely. All right, looks like it's always kind of hit or miss when you load a save.
Yeah,
it looks like it came back pretty good as far as character location, at least.
Chewie says he played some Sentinels and he's in love with those changes, which is cool to hear.
I think a lot of people want to see Sentinels on the table more. We might be changing our tune once we see the 5 or however many it is coming out soon, maybe. But as of now, I think they're too cool to not see. So I'm really happy that people seem to be digging them. I haven't played mine yet. I have them painted up, but I'm glad they're good. I did play against a Cassandra Nova today, actually, not in Sentinels, but one extra power for her made her a much cooler character also.
Yeah, I have a lot of thoughts on that one. All right, we are back into the action here. Kurtis is back, and this is Black Bolt's second action, taking another shot into Juggernaut. Juggernaut had a ton of time to prepare for this shot and still doesn't block anything.
Yeah. All right. No blocks across either attack for Jugs, and a pretty strong hit there from Black Bolt.
Yeah, so 5 damage coming in. He will reduce, which will make him live on 1. And that is exactly the sort of start you want to see as a Black Bolt player.
Yeah, that's a concerned Mr. Marco.
So just Emma left to activate for Zach on the Hellfire side here. And she's probably not going to be able to get into range of anything to build any power here. Because Gorgon is blocked by that size 3 as mentioned earlier. So she's just going to position and set up to hopefully be in a better spot to do something next round. She's going to go on the front side of that Southern Imkron.
Yeah. Yeah, if she gets the chance. I know it's not a gimme trigger wild hit on 5 dice, but if she can get a couple good walks in on Black Bolt, that goes a long way to putting a ceiling on his output.
Oh yeah, for sure. So the leadership does get played at the end of her activation, so everyone gaining some power. Jug's healing 1.
That makes sense.
And we will see if he can somehow survive this Namor activation. It'd be pretty big if Namor came in here and whiffed hard for Kurtis, offset those Black Bolt dice a little bit.
Yeah, you can't imagine that's likely, but stranger things have happened.
Yep. Deaton says Zach's baiting the days so that Jugs can just throw Black Bolt around every turn, which is true. He does get that character throw on the flip side.
And Kurtis is walking right into it like an amateur.
Doesn't see it coming. All right, so we see 3 successes before a reroll, 4 successes coming into 2. He cannot reduce. That will get the Juggernaut. It will, in fact, stop him.
And you would have liked it to take 2, just so that, because it doesn't look like he's within range to surf onto the back point if he so chooses. Now he has that, I don't know if he will, but he has the option to walk over there and attempt to flip if he'd like. Oh, now I got disconnected.
Oh, okay. We're just going to blame Zach for all of this.
We're playing musical chairs in the room here.
All right, so yeah, Jugs does go down there, and we see Namor coming out with a surf angle on here. He will have an action left to do whatever he wants with here. And he might be able to surf into 2 of Emma, which I will find out when I get back, because I am now disconnected.
Oh, man.
It's all right. One way or another, we will get through this game.
Yeah. All right.
I say as I have problems launching TTS.
Yeah, my TTS didn't close out, but now I'm having trouble finding their game, so maybe I should close it and restart it.
I wonder if there may be an issue with Steam servers at the moment.
Yeah, it wouldn't be the first time.
That's true, Isak. This might be Sweepy's baby's fault.
Bringing the children into it. All right. Come on, TTS.
No, I don't want to make my own game. That's what we're afraid of, Sweepy. We can't have Wakanda players multiplying.
By the time your child is old enough to play MCP, you might have another Wakandan without the same alter ego.
They'll be up to Black Panther 7.
Father-son duo, he says. Something not playable in the Wakandan affiliation for some reason.
Were you able to find the game again, Quinn?
My TTS won't even launch, so we're trying to get that to happen first.
Well,
Is it working on your end?
I've got TTS up, but it doesn't seem to want to find their game specifically.
Yeah, despite my internet in general is fine, but Steam's telling me no connection, so I don't know if there's issues.
I did restart Steam completely.
Good idea.
Sorry, everybody. We're trying to work through it.
Yeah, I'm just gonna bow out of the chat here real quick and restart my whole machine, and then hop back in with you because it's being funky.
Sure. Well, if if anyone is awake tomorrow morning at 7 a.m. Pacific, the last top 8 game will be being streamed on Chewy's channel. He is in chat right now. If you want to click on his name, give him a follow. That way you get the alert. That will be at 7 a.m. Pacific tomorrow morning. Ideally, with fewer technical issues. Yeah, I am getting every single, well, mini Marvel games, just not theirs. These are starting to come up faster. Hey, there it is. There's only one person in there right now, which is not a great sign. Sweepy, we do intend to return and run it back at Squad Goals this coming year. Hopefully nothing interferes with that plan. All right, I am back in, but it does look like Kurtis is once again not here.
I just joined myself, so it's okay on my end.
Don't think anything has moved since I last disconnected, so. Yeah, Toast, it seems like everyone's having connection issues here. Are you experiencing it? Okay. All right. So yeah, it seems to be probably a Steam server issue, which makes sense because when I was finally able to get in and find the game, the entire game list was loading a hell of a lot faster than the previous attempts.
Yeah, well, it's good we're in a stable spot, at least in terms of model position and stuff like that.
Yeah. All right, we have everyone back in here for the moment.
TTS is protesting the collision changes.
Okay. So we're moving stuff. It looks like maybe Namor just took a walk for his second action.
Yeah, there's no way he surfed that far.
I was wondering if he might have been able to get into two of Emma with a surf and then surf towards her after a second attack.
Sure. Yeah. But no damage on her unless it just didn't save.
Yeah, we can't exonerate Sweepy's kid quite yet. We don't know if he's messing with Steam servers. Okay, so they've moved to round 2, so I have to assume that Namor made an attempt to flip that and failed since Emma is standing on it. So score end of round 1 is 5-3 in favor of Kurtis since he stole that extract at the last second, and I think we're seeing Mystique activate and try to take out this Toad.
We are, but not a great first shot and not a great second shot.
Ooh. Was that 2 miss? No, okay, so that was an attack and a rapid fire, right?
I thought he had a hit on the first one, but he cleared it before I registered it. So we'll see.
Well, it looks like that's the end of the activation, so maybe not.
They're just taking a minute here to place tokens next to the secures. They often don't show up for the players loading a save if you actually put them on the secure.
Right. So yeah, it looks like Mystique completely whiffs into Toad there, but does roll the 50-50 and manages to snake that point for the time being.
Yeah, we'll see what they're working on here.
We actually do see these clocks being used, which we haven't seen in too many of these finals events. And it's kind of awkward being that we've had more technical issues in this one than any others that I know of.
Is the clock a rule for the league, or is it just players' preference thing?
It is. It is technically in the rules, but I mean, I don't think it's. I don't think anyone's hard fast enforcing it.
Yeah, I haven't seen it been used in the games I've watched.
I don't think we're having any issues with anyone slow playing, so.
Right.
Whatever we see here out of Kurtis is a pretty good roll.
I think he's trying to take Jugs off the table before he gets a chance to ever.
Okay, so this probably a spender from Namor into Jugs, and it's pushing Emma for the damage.
Yeah, it looks like he measured away from Juggernaut, but
yeah. So
result.
So Namor's
away from the target. Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And he manages to push 4 damage on that first attack into Juggernaut.
Ugh. Juggernaut is having a tough day at the office. Oh well, he might.
Second attack.
Say about it.
Yeah, not gonna go so well. Looks like the second attack is not gonna do anything.
He does have recal if he wants to.
Well, Kurtis is out of power.
He is out of power. Yeah, because he spendered. Yep, yeah, he's on 0 juice.
Yeah, I like the line. Just try to take him out, and obviously you don't care about charging into him because Juggernaut can just clear the stagger basically for free. So just spend the money on the spender.
Yeah, and you're not that worried about a 10 power Juggernaut. I guess you're a little more. I guess you can do a little more with power on the flip side when he has a throw as well.
Yeah. So the second action we saw there was Namor's spender again, but he chose the different option of getting a free interact. And once the free interact is done, he gets a small move. So he was able to hit the 50-50 on the Imkron, and then he was able to move small away from Emma and get out of 4, it looked like.
Yeah, just out of 4. You got to feel like his hand's pressed a little bit. If you don't go with Juggernaut, the odds of him dying are pretty high. To a double tap.
Yep. Yeah, and he's got 10 power, so I mean he can get around this board and basically be just about anywhere that he wants to be.
Yeah, you have. I mean, he can run up north if he thinks he has a better chance of surviving. Black Bolt can chase with Great Refuge and still put 2 shots into him, most likely. But he might choose to walk. He's got Do You Know Who I Am still. Throwing Black Bolt long away is
Yep.
not good for Black Bolt. And then maybe Boot Scoot Boogie. But we'll see. It's definitely a bit of a pickle.
Yeah, I think you're trying to play damage control here a bit, which is unfortunate because you're also down on points. But I mean, Juggernaut could, like you said, displace Black Bolt pretty well. He can spin down a little power by flipping this Imkron right away, and he can then slide rather than move to get towards Black Bolt. So basically spending down as much power as he can, and then flip that Imkron, and then start making his way north, gaining power on the way.
Sure. And, he can trigger the leadership if he wants to as well, and put Juggernaut on 3 damage. Like 5 damage remaining on Juggernaut is not anything to sneeze at.
Yeah. Yeah, I wouldn't. I would not be surprised to see the leadership used at the end of this activation for sure.
And his throw is, I see it so little. It seems like Juggernaut doesn't flip that much with the speed of the game these days. But it is a character or terrain throw, so he can potentially throw 2 people this activation if he wants to, with Do You Know Who I Am and his actual on card throw.
Yeah, he could. I think he can do pretty much everything, right? Like he could push himself to probably where he's in 2 of both Gorgon and Bolt, and he can throw them both. One with Do You Know Who I Am and one with the superpower, and do all of that before making his way north.
He's gonna show some confidence. He does have patch up in his back pocket too, so that's not out of the question either for Emma to walk, take a shot, patch Juggernaut up for 5.
Yeah, okay.
Or 4 rather.
Yeah, I mean she's already got the 4 power even after flipping that, so she's gonna take a shot into Bolt here. She hits a crit and a hit. What is her trigger on this?
I believe it's hit wild.
Okay.
Yeah, hit wild. So no walk, unfortunately for her.
Okay, and we do see the patch up coming out for Emma. Off of Emma.
I think that is super reasonable.
Okay. Leaves him on 1 because he's going to use the leadership. That makes sense.
Sure.
Yeah, I think either line is fine. I think this one gives Kurtis another opportunity if he wants to take it to just try to, spike like crazy with Black Bolt and take Juggernaut out right away, though.
Yeah.
I can definitely see the appeal of waiting, though, with Juggernaut being able to do all of those things while moving around and flipping points. If you can do that later in a round, that can obviously help you close this points gap a little bit, too.
Yeah, we don't know what's going to happen up north if either of Kurtis's models happen to get dazed somehow, and then suddenly you find yourself with last activation. Yeah, Juggernaut can pretty trivially go for 3-point flips.
So you think that's what we'll probably see is Black Bolt activation trying to kill Jugs, or do you think Kurtis is going to go a different route at this point?
I think that you're not. I think that it's a good time to go into Juggernaut. He's already on 10 power. You might as well unload into him while he's not going to get anything for it. If he can spend down and then you're attacking him and you don't finish the job, you're kind of setting him up for another strong round next turn, or next round. So, I don't know. I won't pretend to be a great Inhumans player. I don't know what their ideal activation orders are. I can also see wanting to wait so that Black Bolt isn't activated, and then Juggernaut can just throw him away and do whatever he wants. But I mean, I think it's pretty tempting to press your luck with the way that it's been going and put a couple attacks into Juggernaut.
I wonder if Bolt is already in 3 of Juggernaut there. It looks fairly close. The spender on Juggernaut is a little scary there for Emma.
Yep. Does she have... I'm trying to remember now. I'm confusing her new version and her old version. Does she have the anti-collision ability on her standard side, right? With the version we're playing?
I believe so, yeah.
Because this is the updated card.
Oh, that's right, yeah.
But the spender is like scary, but at least you're not taking a Juggernaut collision to the face.
That's true. I did not think about that. Oh, and I immediately go to MCP which is already updated too. Of course, I don't know what I'm doing with my life.
All of the people that run MCP resources in our lives are too efficient.
Stop doing things so fast. All right, so we see Kurtis spending on Black Bolt, Gorgon, and that might be it for Inhuman Royal Family to get some rerolls this round.
I think it makes sense. I think he probably really wants to get Juggernaut into the ground. If Hellfire Club's 5 points down, round 2.
Yeah.
Threat points, that is, not score points. That gets pretty spooky pretty fast.
Oh, yeah. All right, so Black Bolt is attacking into Juggernaut. He passed a power to Gorgon before this, notable. First attack, not great. He's got 2 successes. It looks like he is going to burn that Inhuman Royal Family right off the rip here. Gets him 1 more. He has 1 final reroll. So he's got 3 coming into 1 with no pierce.
That's what Juggernaut wants to see.
That's what he wanted to see round 1 for sure. But yeah, that is nice.
Yeah, better late than never. Yeah, I think that's Bolt's weakest attack so far by a lot. Nate, the question was if Emma can stop collisions on her normal side before the rework.
This one looking better. He's got 3 with Pierce. Reroll, convert, so 4 with Pierce. Juggernaut blocking 1, but it'll get Pierce, so he's going to take 3 after reduction here. And that does get Juggernaut halfway.
Yeah, I mean, it's better than dead, right? Yeah, he's probably not long for this world, but
yeah,
you're going to get to go with him if you want to. If you don't, Gorgon can, can come put some shots into him, but at this point, with the power he has, it's just going to be some 5-dicers.
This is interesting to me. At the end of the activation, Kurtis is going to Great Refuge. And he's doing it on both Lockjaw and Black Bolt. Okay, so it looks like he's trying to block some throw lanes so that Black Bolt can't be thrown back towards deployment.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so a little bit of foresight coming out there from Kurtis to protect his leader there.
I mean, if that's the reason, Juggernaut can still just throw Lockjaw with his superpower, and then still, do you know who I am? If that's what he wants to do.
Yeah, that's true. I like the thought there, though.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if that's why he brought him over, or if he has grander, if he just wants that mobility for Lockjaw or for Black Bolt as the game moves forward.
We see Juggernaut activating, and he's pushing himself into Gorgon for an auto damage, and then he's walking, staying in 2 of a Gorgon, and going to the Imkron. Flips that because it looks like Kurtis did not leave either Lockjaw or Bolt on it, so he gets it for free. And now he's going to punch Gorgon. This is a little more aggressive than I expected, but I mean, I guess if he builds power, well, he's got 8 anyway. He can just slide a couple times away too.
It's a good punch from Juggernaut.
Certainly is. Seeing 5, 6 successes into 2 blocks.
Yeah.
So that's going to be Gorgon taking 4, which will leave him on 1. And funny enough, Juggernaut has 2 throws here.
Right. So, depends how bad you want him dazed. You can either just throw him away to limit his output, or throw him into something and make him choose between brace and. If you really want him dazed, you throw him twice.
Yeah, it's an interesting position, right? Because that's a lot of resources, but Gorgon is holding an extract, and Juggernaut has the power. Well, I guess if he's spending all of his power to throw him twice, he wouldn't have the power to just get away with the extract.
I mean, he can still get. He'll still have enough juice to slide once. I don't know if that's the right thing to do. I mean, Lockjaw is still there to maybe, depending on where Gorgon is, get him back in the fight if he's alive. We're measuring a lot of things here, so he's considering a couple options, I think.
Looks like he's spending power for his superpower throw, and he's going to toss Lockjaw away, which will stop Lockjaw from getting bonus power at activation, potentially. And he's just activating Juggernaut off of that. Okay.
Fair enough. I guess you have Emma there who has... I guess she's halfway to dead, so she's not, like, super safe. Or halfway to dazed, that is.
Yeah, I'm a little surprised that we're seeing Jugs stay right there by Gorgon.
Mm-hmm. I might be a coward, but to be frank, I'd be afraid not to use "Do you know who I am" this round, just because there's a very realistic chance Juggernaut doesn't make it out of this round on the table.
Yeah, no, I completely agree. I mean, even if I'm not doing that, I'm scooting Juggernaut up north to stop Gorgon from crushing my goose.
Yeah. I mean, he had walked and punched, so we can't get too far north because Black Bolt is walk. I guess if he can angle it around him, go through cars, but whatever. It's a moot point. It's a moot point at this point.
Yeah. We see Gorgon activating right away for Kurtis, and I think he's charging up towards Lockjaw so that he's going to turn that power back on potentially.
Yeah, that's smart.
Okay, yeah, Deaton makes a good point that he's saving power for recal, which isn't nothing for sure. Gorgon with a pretty mid hit here. 2 successes. No blocks, though, so he'll be able to reduce and just take 1. That was just a builder. Now Gorgon spending down for the spender. Big block from Jugs, but a massive hit from Gorgon. That's 4 crits.
Yeah.
And most of them converted to turn that into 9 into 3. So this would be that recal, as previously mentioned.
You have. I mean, yeah. I mean, you want to keep him on the table, but also like that's not a recal that feels great with how many dice are in the attack, and you have one dice skull locked.
Yep.
But it looks like that's what we're doing. I mean, you gotta take your shot with it, but it's not a feel good recal. Oh, maybe it is a feel good recal.
It's gonna live. He's gonna live only because of the DR. That is 3 successes into 0 blocks.
All right. Well, I stand corrected, and this is why I'm not in the TTS top 8 because I don't trust my recals.
I mean, yeah, no one expects that to actually work, but I mean that's what the card's there for.
And of course, this would normally be a little more concerning with the throw and the stagger, but Juggernaut doesn't care about 1 throw damage or a stagger really.
Yep.
And Emma doesn't care about a throw either.
Yeah, so with that, that's survival right there. Juggernaut is fairly likely to live through this round.
Yeah, I don't see Lockjaw getting over there and snacking him.
I mean, Lockjaw is going to be able to teleport up and get an attack in.
Yeah. But if you're going to take an attack, you don't mind. Well, Lockjaw does not. Oh, yeah, he's going to get extra juice because he moved over Corgan. But if you're going to take an attack, you don't mind a 4-dicer over anybody else on the table.
Right. All right, so we saw the throw. It did go into Emma. She paid for no collision, and obviously Jugs can just pay down to not take the 1. Lucas Quinn is on co-commentary with me tonight.
That's me. Lucas, you don't remember my voice from the one game we did together like 2.5 years ago?
Shameful. All right, we see a Sunspot activation. Let's go. This is the hype moment.
All right.
He gets
Prove
his
all the haters wrong.
Gets his 3rd token, and he's going to be able to get a charge going here. Zach reading Sunspot's card because this is the first time he's ever played him.
It doesn't sound like Quinn at all. What does that mean? Yeah, it makes sense to get if you sit him on that secure rather. At least Lockjaw can't come and flip it for free. If he, assuming he teleports up to that area, you're at least making him go for the 50-50 now, which is good.
Yeah, this might also block Lockjaw from teleporting and punching a Juggernaut. I'm not sure if the body block's successful there, but it could. So Sunspot did charge. He spent 1 of his flare tokens to add a die here. So we see 3 successes coming into 2 blocks. Gorgon is using his royal family to try to live. He does pick up a 3rd block.
Yep, clutch block. Not that he was only live on 1, right? Oh yeah, he was live on 1. Gets the incinerate, right? Is that triggerless when he spends the tokens?
Yes.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you would love to take him out there, obviously, but if you're going to have Prio, at least you've got a juicy target to remove his activation next round if you want to.
Yeah. It does look like Lockjaw is activating and is able to teleport up here on the Imkron still. He's checking his range on some terrain here. But it looks like
he does have a well, it's 3 costs for the throw. So if he sneaks 1 through, then it's a dead Juggernaut anyway.
Yeah, so we do see the attack coming into Juggernaut. One crit into one block. He's skulled out.
Ooh.
So Juggernaut.
Oh no.
Yeah, Juggernaut's gonna live.
All right. Well, that was a lot closer than I thought it was going to be from the Lockjaw.
Well, last week Lockjaw kind of clutched the game for Kurtis. There's no brace here, so he just threw a size 2, and Juggernaut blocked 1.
Oh, he's not playing brace. Okay. Yeah. No, that'll. I didn't. Oh, he passed him a power, huh? Because he was only on 2.
Correct. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh,
Yep.
all right. Well.
So the throw does take out Juggernaut there. Lockjaw, no power left after that throw, so he can't attempt the 50-50. So, Hellfire losing Juggernaut hurts there. They do own all of the Imkrons right now, with Kurtis only having Toad left to activate here.
And a 1 power Toad nonetheless, so he can't double move and go for 2 flips.
Yeah, no one around to pass him power or anything.
Losing Jugs round 2 teach me the teaching you the way. It's double tap him with Black Bolt as much as you can. Turns out that's pretty good.
Yeah.
Oh, you're right. He does. Both players have Toad left. Right?
Yeah. So Kurtis is going to have priority going into.
Yeah, that's.
Oh, I'm sorry. No, this is
no, because
this is Zach's
he'll go with
activation.
Toad now. Yeah.
Yeah.
It'll be a Toad off. Which, like, no, not a whole lot for a Toad to do right now when you already have all the secures.
Yeah. I mean, Toad's going to have... Kurtis's Toad is going to have to hit a 50-50 here to influence scoring at all. Assuming he doesn't succeed on that, they'll be tied up going into the next round, because it'll be a 5-3 round in favor of Zach this time. And if Zach can open up with like a hot activation top of 3, then he can put himself in a still decent spot despite losing that Juggernaut. Yeah, it does.
Shrugs off Mystique's activation, walks over and takes her point. This man is insulting Mystique.
After just completely ignoring her bullets at the top of the round.
Right. Yeah.
Toad...
Oh, he passed him the power, sure.
Toad moving up, stealing a power from Bolt to try to take a second 50-50, and hits it.
That's...
Oof.
That's Mcrom, baby.
That's pretty rough. So now, instead of what I said, Kurtis will be going up 10-6 at the end of this round.
Yeah, anything can happen in a game of Marvel Crisis Protocol, but you can't be too jacked about how that went overall as Brotherhood.
Yep.
As far as that round. Losing your big boy hurts, and losing the 2 50-50s. Not that 2 50-50s is that unlikely, right? You're talking 25%, but it still feels bad.
Yep. We'll see how Zach decides to open up this round, whether he wants to go with Sunspot, who's right next to the 1 health Gorgon, or if he wants to go with Emma and try to spike some dice into a couple different characters here.
Yeah, you can double tap a toad if you want to, who can't run away, but it's pretty hard to not remove a Gorgon activation who's also holding an extract.
Yeah, I agree. Namor sitting off to the side there without any power to charge. Obviously, Inhumans can fix that at some point if they make it a priority to do so. All right, we do see Emma activating. She's going to go into Black Bolt here.
Who iced Jugs? Everybody kind of ganged up on Jugs. Black Bolt started it off, Namor contributed, and Lockjaw finished it off. It was a regular old tag team death match.
Yeah, you got hit pretty hard round one. So no damage on that first attack into Bolt, and this is an attack into Toad, which is also doing 1.
It's gonna, yeah, but no trigger on either of those. Emma not hitting any walk triggers so far this game. Not that she's thrown out too many, but.
Yep, that will do it for her. Kurtis eyeing up getting that power to Namor at some point during this activation.
And again, not that it helps now, but situations like that where new Emma, her new ability where she can just like pay and walk people is going to feel pretty nice. Or not automatically, but roll a couple die and you have a decent chance to just walk people if your builders don't do the trick. It's going to be pretty clutch.
Sure, yeah. Alright, so we do see Gorgon activating here, spinning for a charge. He's just going to go right up into a Black Bolt. Start throwing hands. So it should be a builder into Sunspot. Total whiff.
All right, yeah, it's a pacifistic side of the board right now. Lockjaw set the tone and everyone else is afraid to throw hands.
He's just going to go back for more. Better hit this time. 2 coming in with a reroll. Ends with 3, blocking 2. Sunspot's going to take 1. Takes a stun for the trouble. And he's going to try to flip that point. And he gets it.
I will see how many you can get. That's 3 contesteds in a row. We'll see how long you can ride that train.
This is the opposite of what I did in my game like 2 weeks ago. We kept failing uncontested flips on Guardians.
Oh no.
And so at the end of the game I just double walked to try to fail an uncontested again to see if it would happen again.
Yeah.
Alright, I imagine this is probably going to be a Sunspot activation here. Yeah, we see some power being spent off of him.
Yeah, you would think so.
3 power. What is that, the spender? Yeah.
Yep.
He spent 1 flare token, so this should be an 8 dice energy. It is getting sacrificed right into the 1 health Gorgon there.
Yeah, that makes sense. Oh, there's a not when he needed a big spike, but there's a big spike.
Yep, that's
Well,
when it
they
happens.
didn't convert. They didn't convert very well, but it was almost a big spike. But it does a little splash damage, right? I think a spender does like 1.
Does it?
On a trigger, if I remember. Yeah. Yeah. Characters within 2 of the target suffer a damage. Can't hurt himself.
Got it. All right, so Gorgon does drop that extract. Sunspot now attacking Bolt again, spending another flare token to get that incinerate automatically on him.
Yeah, you kind of got to just throw your dice at this point right now. It's not like you can grab the extract and walk away while you're down on points.
We see 3 hits coming in. Reroll for Bolt. Gonna take 1. Take that incinerate. Oh, does that attack give him flare tokens too? Certainly does on a hit wild.
Yep.
Misses the Imkron. 50-50 there. So Kurtis needs 6 points to close out this game. He's currently sitting on 3 of the secures and 2 of the extracts.
Yeah, I guess it depends. If he ends up with last activation again, that'll be pretty nice to try a couple more 50-50s. But it's not looking.
Yeah, I mean Kurtis is pretty much gonna have last activation here because Zach's got 2 to go to Kurtis's 4.
Right. Yeah, well, he just has Toad and Mystique, right? Yeah, I'm without the activated tokens. I'm losing count.
Oh, are you not seeing those?
No.
Thankfully, I am. So at least the viewers are keeping track. We see a good roll from Kurtis for whatever this is. It is Bolt attacking Sunspot and killing him.
Yeah, that did it.
5 successes into no blocks. And now he is spendering Emma.
Seems good. Get that throw, get her off the point, place over there, get an uncontested flip.
Yeah, he's just going to kill her, so no throw.
Yep.
So he will place...
Still a place an uncontested flip.
Yep. And add a little bit of insult to injury there. That puts him in range to give Namor charge power.
You heard it here first, though. These Inhumans they seem pretty good.
Yeah. Hot take. Alright, Mystique is going to see if she can get Toad this round. Decent roll, but no rapid fire yet. Nope. Does 1 damage. No rapid. Oh, he's stolen identity on Toad. Pulling him in for the guaranteed kill.
I like it.
Blow up the terrain. That'll get Mystique that extract. Small victories.
Yeah, hey.
I will say that's the first time I've ever seen that card used effectively.
I don't think I've seen it played ever. So that's great.
Yeah, because the community just like basically said we're not playing this when Deception was
Yeah.
taken away.
Right. Yeah. At least, yeah, people seem to be coming around a little bit, at least in the circles I've seen with the instant recovery, which was also pretty poo-pooed right when it was revealed. But I haven't seen so much stolen identity. Great art. Great card art.
Oh yeah, for sure. All right, Lockjaw activating for Kurtis. Oh, he's gonna walk and teleport Black Bolt. What a friend, or teleport Namor.
Yeah.
Oh, and he's gonna Bloodhound someone. So Kurtis will only have Namor left to activate after this, who is already holding a book. So the only way he is able to close out the game this round is if he ends with all 4 Imkrons.
Which he could, right?
Oh yeah.
Charges to the one straight north of him, and then walks to the other one, or vice versa. Definitely within striking range.
Yeah, 100%. Where did Zach's Toad get all that power? Is that from leadership triggers?
I mean, it has to be, right? He hasn't taken any damage.
Although
Although
it's there on 7.
1, 2, 3. Yeah, I mean 3 leadership to 3.
And 3 power. Yeah, okay.
Well, and then also, yeah, who knows?
All right, so Toad flips a point. Toad hops. He's gonna walk and be able to try to flip 2 more points. It's gonna make it hard for Namor to flip 3 points because he's not starting on 1.
There you go, Toad.
He hits it.
Who did he put the Bloodhound token on? Where? Oh, it's up on Emma. There it is. I didn't see. Or not Emma. Mystique. I didn't see it.
Yeah. Zach says, I'm going to make you work for this, Kurtis.
Heck yeah.
He doesn't need to roll for that, right? Yeah, no, they figured that out.
Correct. Yeah, they just figured it out after.
All right, well, Hellfire once again owns all of the Imkrons for the moment.
Yep. I would imagine that he just flips the one right next to him and then the open one, right? There's no need to run. to anything contested.
Yeah. I mean, if he, yeah, I don't see.
Because Emma's dazed, right? Yeah. Or maybe he wants blood. We'll see.
He could. The terrain might mess it up, but I was gonna say he could steal a power from someone, walk up to the one Mystique is on, spender her for the free interact, get a small move to go over to the other one. But I think the terrain probably messes that up. Oh, is he on that? He is. Okay, my mistake.
Oh, if he is that, yeah, that's a lot more options then. I mean, it makes sense that he would have teleported him up and have him be on it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess you move, move, charge over, hit Toad, and then surf onto the point?
Yeah, that's an option. It is very funny that he isn't going to be able to close it out this round, though.
Yeah. Hellfire is Toad. Toad wants to hang out, flip some points.
All right, we see a charge coming in. He's going towards Mystique. Says, I'm not going to let this Bloodhound token go to waste.
That's fair.
It would be extremely funny if Namor whiffed twice here and didn't get power.
Right. Hey, she's got martial artists. At least she's got a shot.
That's pretty good.
That's pretty good hit. Yeah.
All right. Well, he's not going to whiff.
Nope.
5 successes, 2 blocks. She's going to take 3. He's going to go for the 50-50 here. Gets it. And probably just goes and takes the other one, right?
You would think.
Yeah. All right, so with that, Kurtis is going to score 5 this round, go to 15. Zach will score 3 and go to 9.
Yep, wasn't a pickle before. It's certainly a pickle now.
It would certainly be a really great comeback, wouldn't it? Yeah, this has been a pretty impressive run from Zach the entire time, though, right? Like, Brotherhood is not a team you see. Hellfire is not a team you see talked about in the meta these days, and to bring them in the top 8 of like this massive year-long event is pretty dang impressive. I mean, like I said, he's a previous TTS League winner. Like, we know he's a good player, so it's not like surprising in that respect. But just kudos to him for doing this well with the off-meta stuff.
Yeah, it's fun to watch. Who are the other top 4 players as of right now? Affiliations, rather.
So Johnny on APOC. There's Kurtis here, obviously. There's who won the Diome Lord, who is also another TTS League champion previously. He is playing Asgard.
Oh, okay, cool. Another one you don't. I mean, not that you don't see Asgard, but not as commonly as maybe I see the other ones.
Yeah, no, for sure.
Get your Asgard games in while you're playing on the old rules, right?
Yeah,
For all their throws drop.
now's the time. Last hurrah with the big throw damage. I wonder if Thor 2 could have existed in his original form with the throw damage change.
I do feel for him a little bit right now, but also that he hurt me enough that I'm not like he doesn't deserve it, but I'm also not going to cry that it happened.
Yeah, I understand the sentiment.
But I would say he's got to be one of the models losing the most potential damage per activation.
Oh yeah.
Him in like an Immortal Hulk.
All right, we see Emma activating first for Zach here. She has spent for a spender into Black Bolt. No blocks from Bolt. 3 successes from Emma, with the what I believe is a wild throw, right?
Yeah.
But that does daze Bolt. It's a before damage throw, huh? Okay.
R.I.P. to the, and I'm gonna keep forgetting now that there are new cards here. Was it her healthy side or her diamond side that had the defenestrate trigger? It's just a great word, either way. That's no longer on her card.
I mean, I think it was her. It was just her diamond or her regular form that had that, right?
I think so. Yeah, I think that was her trigger. And now she has the advance. But defenestrate is a word I try to work into my daily.
Just try to use it once a day.
Yeah, I don't see that many people thrown out of windows, but when it happens, I'm the guy and I know how to describe it perfectly.
You need to be there when it happens. All right. Emma's second action looks like it's going to be a builder into Gorgon. 2 successes. Looks like Gorgon's going to block this one.
Yeah, he's all right.
That'll do it for Emma. I appreciate this from Zach, though. Just like playing it out. I mean, it's not mathematically over for him until it is actually mathematically over. And I always try to stress that to pretty much everyone about this game, especially like newer players, right? Because it's easy to see like a big hole and think like this game is over when, I mean, it's likely over, but people have made comebacks before.
Yeah, and even if it were mathematically over, which again it's not, but it's just good. It's just good practice to try to dig yourself out of a hole, and practice activation order and target priority and things like that that are just generally good skills.
Yep, 100%. I think this is a Gorgon activation going into Sunspot. Fairly middling rolls. Looks like we're seeing 2 successes into 1 block. Does get the stun trigger. And we're going to see a spender come out from Gorgon. So he's just dumping all of his power, trying to remove Zach's models, make it mathematically impossible.
Yep. Yeah, I mean
the
same thing. Oh yeah, that's a little stronger. As good as it is to practice on the digging yourself out, like being able to put away a game is a skill that is sometimes easier talked about than actually done. So playing it as straight as you can when you think you have it locked in is worthwhile.
Yeah. Yeah, that was just enough to kill Sunspot with the throw trigger on it. So who has these extracts for Kurtis? It's Namor, and that's it at the moment.
Yes.
So he kind of needs to take out Namor. Unfortunately, there's no one that's like super able to do that. We see Mystique going into Toad. Mystique's gun is just malfunctioning tonight. It's not getting any rapids?
No, I don't think it's hit a single one.
I mean, it does get 2 damage on that first shot, but just consistently missing that rapid is a real bummer. Was that 2 actions for... Oh, she was staggered.
Right, yep, staggered from the charge. Yeah, Toad is a guy who seems like he would be a little bit scared by a Mystique, and he's been very fortunate to do okay.
Mm-hmm. Kurtis's lockjaw moving up and just out of range of that terrain that he was looking to throw. But he's going to attack a Toad here. Puts Bloodhound on him. Oh, we see 1 damage with a bleed coming through on Toad. And Lockjaw's going to try to take the point and succeeds. See Kurtis's Toad coming up and just doing a Finders Keepers off of Namor here.
Yeah.
And then taking a quick little hop away.
For a second, I thought he was just moving him into reroll range to try to punch Mystique, but this makes much more sense.
It could have been either. Yep, just Toad left for Zach. I think his outs have run out.
Yeah, for sure.
If Gorgon had failed to get Sunspot there, well, I guess Sunspot wasn't on. He could have moved, and then he would have gotten his long range charge. So he could have had an outside chance at one-shot Namor to keep this game in line.
Yep, not the most likely thing, but it was a line.
And this Toad, though, let's give this Toad some props for Hellfire here. He has just been flipping these points like an absolute madman.
Right.
He is hitting the contesteds just consistently.
Speaking of winners from the collision changes, Toad is going to enjoy not taking any more size 4 buildings to the face.
Yeah, he is.
Size 4 building damage to the face, rather.
Do it one more time, Toad, for good measure. Just one final contested flip. Just do it.
The people want it, man. See if he can flip the point and one-shot take out a Toad at the same time.
Which is actually really funny, because if he were able to do that, and if Namor didn't have Spinder plus 1 power, he would take Kurtis off of, like, checkmate here. That's what I'm saying, though. Like, sometimes lines just exist, even when you're in a big hole, right?
Yeah. Yeah, sometimes sometimes the unlikely things aren't as unlikely as they seem.
Toad going for the glory.
Hell yeah.
Punching a Namor. 4 crits. maybe not.
Oh.
He's gonna poison his ass. All right, here it is. Final contested flip. What a guy.
What a dude. This man's a machine.
What a guy. All right, Namor, bring us home.
Yeah. Oh no.
just
He's
killing
upset.
this Toad. Stop stealing my points.
Well, no, maybe Toad's okay.
This Toad has been an absolute MVP. Oh my god. If only Juggernaut were like this Toad. Kurtis would have had zero chance.
Yeah, this Toad's contributed more points than anybody else on the table.
Kurtis smartly spindering that off of him because he knew he wasn't going to get him.
Yeah. Come on, Toad. Style points at this point.
Oh no, Toad!
He's got a chance. Yeah.
He lives!
All right, he lives.
What an absolute champion.
And he defends his secure.
I love it. I love it. At least there's that.
Right.
That's going to leave 6 points on board for Hellfire to 1 point. 2 points. Okay, 17-15. Wow. Yeah, that was a much closer score than I thought it was going to be 2 rounds ago.
Yeah, you love to see it. That was great.
Goodness. All right, let's jump over into their chat.
Yeah.
It obviously sucked. Like Juggernaut just kind of fell apart. I should have played Do You Know Who I Am, but like just because maybe he was gonna die, but it didn't feel worth it to just like throw a size 2 at Gorgon.
Right.
But maybe I killed. Maybe you don't brace that. Like that would have been hard to tell if you actually decided to brace that or not. So.
Yeah, fair.
Hey, guys.
Howdy.
Hey guys, appreciate you guys surviving those technical difficulties we had there for a bit.
Oh, yeah, no, it seemed like apparently everyone was having difficulties, not just us in this game. So, man, that was certainly a much closer game in score at the end than we expected. Zach, I just want to say if your Juggernaut had performed like your Toad did, Kurtis would have had zero chance in this game.
Toad put the whole team on his back there, and like I just was joking with him, like how ridiculous is it that Toad just stood toe to toe with Namor and survived? Like if Namor didn't have like spender power or something, it's like that would have been the most ridiculous way for this to go one more round if Toad just tanked Namor there.
I mean, not only that, but just like he hit like every contested flip at the end of the rounds.
I think that round. I think he flipped 7 total, like in the last 2 rounds. Like he never missed.
Man, what a champion! Yeah, that was really cool to see.
The Toads overall really were taking a lot of attacks and doing quite well.
Yeah,
your Toad as well. Toad sat there and just took machine guns from Mystique and took nothing.
Yeah, Mystique missing all of those rapids was pretty rough. Her gun was malfunctioning tonight.
Yeah, she needed that silencer.
But yeah, Kurtis, your Toad as well, as he mentioned, the play you had towards the end of a round where Toad stole a power and was able to flip 2 contesteds off of that. That was something we didn't think of going into that activation. So that was really good on you. Zach, the only question I have that comes to mind, you were kind of talking about it when we came into the channel, was the do you know who I am, and like the kind of the last breath of Jugs there. Did you give any thought with Gorgon on 1 to using both the character throw and do you know who I am if he braced the first one?
I did really consider it. I think that's probably what Juggernaut should have done. I think I measured it, and I should have had Juggernaut throw Lockjaw with "Do you know who I am" to get out of the way, and then just throw Lockjaw again, and get that point off Gorgon. I think it was definitely a misstep there to leave Gorgon alive and kind of hope Sunspot could run over, because Juggernaut obviously could have guaranteed pick that up, and I think I was just too worried about Lockjaw being able to reshape the board some with some power, and I think I just should have taken the out that I had there.
Yeah, that's fair. No, I think there were a lot of different lines there. Like I don't hate the throwing Lockjaw away at all. And you could have done a lot of different things there. So I was just kind of curious which ones you gave real consideration to.
Yeah, definitely gave the consideration to both throws. I was also saying, I thought about it right before Juggernaut died, that he had that size 2 in front of him and had an opportunity, I think, then also that he could have just thrown it at Gorgon to kind of make sure he got some use out of that card and burned Brace then, and just given Sunspot a little bit more opportunity to maybe throw something. So I think not using that card a number of times and trying to hold on to it too long definitely was something that bit me in the end.
Sure. All right. Quinn, do you have any questions you had in the back of your mind?
I think the only point of discussion that might be interesting is neither of us kind of saw coming or predicted the Great Refuge to bring Lockjaw from the far side of the board over to Black Bolt, and it worked out really well, including him landing the killing blow on Juggernaut. Was what happened kind of why you brought him over, or what was just the line of thought as to why you pulled him over when you did?
Yeah, he was kind of... I didn't feel like he was going to really do much over on that side of the board. He was kind of standing in danger, and I just figured getting him out of there and within 2 of his friends made sense. And having he wasn't holding anything, so being a potential sacrifice target I thought was okay too. And then I wanted to put him and Black Bolt in a spot where Jugs couldn't come in and do you know who I am Black Bolt into the far corner of the board, where I would kind of get him stuck there. So I just thought it was kind of a decent play to get Lockjaw to safety and make sure it would take him a lot of work to remove Bolt's activation with Juggernaut or like pseudo stagger him to a corner. He would have had to do quite a bit there.
Yeah, we did notice that you had him blocked off nicely, and obviously didn't go that route anyway, but to block off that possibility did seem strong. Of throwing Black Bolt long away, I mean.
Yeah, it just, I don't know if it was right. I could have also saved Great Refuge for after I got thrown away, but I sort of thought with how much power Jugs had that Bolt could end up in a corner and then he could slide away, and then I don't even have like a move Master Punch. So I don't know if it was the right call, but that was what was going through my head at the time.
Yeah, it made sense, and I said it was nice to have him over there to finish off Juggernaut anyway. Ended up needing the extra hands.
Yeah, it worked out.
Yeah.
Cool.
All right, guys. Zach, super well played, and good job in this event as a whole, man. Making it this far with a Brotherhood Hellfire team against like all these meta teams is super impressive. We were talking about, I mean, obviously both of you are great players. You've both won TTS leagues in the past, so it's not surprising to see you do well with anything, but it is still nice to see someone take a roster like this so deep into such a big event. So great job.
I appreciate that. I was really hoping to get to pull Magneto out. If he had picked 19 threat, I already had it locked in. I was so excited. I was chomping at the bit over there. Just please say 19. Just please say. As soon as you said 18, my mind went, I have no plan for 18. I have only planned on what I'm going to do with Magneto at 19. So that messed with me a little bit. That I was pumped to get to maybe do pull Magneto out. I still think he could have potentially been a choice in here. It would have been a very, very different list, but I had an idea that I liked. So just excited to get to play it and to take this list like I did. Can't wait to play with the new version of new updated version of Emma Frost. Seems very, very fun.
Yeah, that would have been cool to see, but it was also super cool to see Hellfire because we haven't seen them around for a while. And Kurtis, congrats on the win, and congrats on making it into the top 4. You are playing Diome Lord with Asgard next week, so that should be another good one.
Don't we have next week off?
Okay, well you're playing him in the next round. Chill out.
Well, don't scare me. I'm gonna be away from a computer. If it's next week, I'm dropping. We're in trouble. Come on now.
Next round.
Don't scare me like that.
I'm gonna talk to Shadow Marvel and take away that 2-week thing.
Look, I'll take the American Thanksgiving holiday, even though neither of us are American. We'll take what we can.
All right, thanks for letting us stream, guys. You guys have a good night.
Thank you very
Thanks,
much.
you too. Appreciate it.
Thanks, guys.
Great game,
Bye.
Kurtis.